So remember that one time Ashley was like,
the easiest way to ball on a budget, and like not necessarily like spending money like shopping or things like that, but for like your purpose and what you want to do, is to find somebody that's already doing what you want to do and take them out to lunch and like talk to them and have a conversation with them and ask them questions.
I decided to take her advice on that. And now I'm meeting up with one of the founders of Foster Child Care Center. I always wonder if I'm saying that right. But yeah, you remember George from the previous vlog where we sat and we talked about owning a business and how he left his job to pursue his own thing with his own clothing line and his own, you know, they do events. They do a lot of stuff, but he's been doing really well lately. He's been teaming up and partnering with a lot of great people. He's been creating every day. So recently I've been trying to focus on like optimizing my talents and like trying to figure out what I'm good at and what I do really well and believing in that. So I decided I would eat lunch with George and just chop it up and talk about, you know, some things like what inspires him and what doesn't, and how it's been since he's left. That's the plan for today. And we're at this really cool place off Edgewood. It's called Chrome Yellow Coffee House. I've never been here before, so I'm about to see what that's all about. And yeah, I'm happy you didn't hit anybody with the like and subscribe. Yeah, I might have said it once or twice. Thanks. That was very organic. I cannot complain. Let me see. What am I gonna get? I think the pig's like eating. Right. Speaking. That's different. I think what I'm gonna get is the braised pork panini. Sounds good. And I think that'll be it for me at the moment. I got an iPad because I'm trying to get even better at illustrating, and so I got that. You ever heard of that app Procreate? No, I have not. It's actually really freaking cool. We're not sponsored by this. It feels like you're about to go into like a sponsored kind of thing, but we're not sponsored by iPad or Procreate. Are you a young artist trying to get better at drawing? No. It's okay. Like at every single junction, my friends never get mad at me when I'm like, oh, let me draw this. And they're like, oh, look at you being an artist again. Stop being great. Right. Chill, bro. Why you care about this? Nah, man. No, this month is like really freaking fun to do. Just do some random sketching. If I want to like, it's going a little bit too good for me. I'm like, yeah, man, let me cool it out. Yeah, man. But all in all, like, man, I've seriously just been trying to just trying to make stuff, just trying to like focus on the things that I can focus on and I can't control, you know. I think that's been like one of the biggest things that has like transformed in the past couple of months. Is just, I'm just gonna do me. I'm gonna focus on only on the things that I know that I have like the circle of influence to change. So it's like, that just means drawing every day and putting stuff out that I like to put out. Let me tell you guys something while he eats his panini. This is really how this man talks. So I didn't record and then he just started talking like that. That's really how he talks. That's just a little disclaimer. Right. He's really deep like that all the time. But yeah, so When we first met, you were killing the game. Like you had the cool house, like the cool funky house.
Right.
Every time I went in there, it was like something different. Like I was like, oh, I didn't notice that was there. I didn't notice that was there. And then you were doing the foster thing. Then we talked about how you left your current job.
Oh yeah,
to focus on foster.
Yeah.
And so that was super inspiring. Like even back then, it was like, dang. And the thing that was cool about it was you were happy at your job. Like you weren't like, I hate this place, and you dipped. You were literally following your dreams just because you knew like this is something that you wanted to do, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Since then, you went through a little bit of a struggle.
Oh, a little. If this is little, I don't want to see big.
Yeah, I hear you. But like, you went through a little dark part. You went through a little climax.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And now it seems like you're bouncing back.
I would say I'm bouncing in a different way. You know, I think what made the struggle I was going through so difficult was the fact that I had expectations attached to it. Like I had expectations to every single thing I was doing. Like if I decided to make a creative like leap in some way, I had the expectation that something was going to be on the other end. You know, that was going to like reward whatever struggle I got into. But when I got into all that struggle of like having to leave that funky house, like being incredibly broke, like seeing triple zeros in both accounts. Which, oh yeah, that's a hard life. That's a Rick Ross bar. Damn, that literally broke my heart. It broke my heart. I was like, oh wow, and I'm supposed to continue, like especially seeing those triple zeros and like knowing that I have no idea I'm gonna get $1 at all for the foreseeable future, but I have to, you know, continue going. And so it's like where I am right now, I say that I'm bouncing differently mainly because I'm trying to teach myself how to not have expectations for what I'm doing and how to only operate off of doing the things that I love and doing it just for love's sake, and knowing that if I'm doing that authentically, it doesn't matter what I'm going to receive because I'm already receiving something by doing that. So like, I would say like right now it's probably just coming off a little bit better because it's like, I believe in that. And like now I'm just doing it because I want to see it out in the world and I love what I'm doing. You know?
Has your girl like been supporting it and like has she been rocking with the whole vibe?
Actually, she's been incredibly supportive. Like I wouldn't be able to do this without her. And like I feel like what it's even brought on too is like she's now even doing her own thing. She's actually about to leave her job. Yeah. So
beautiful.
So yeah, she's about to leave her job at the end of this month. So yeah.
So what she's trying to focus on? Art?
No, she's trying to focus on she's becoming a lifestyle designer. So she's going to like help coach people up to kind of develop the life that they want and how to reorganize everything that they have going on in their life to kind of better suit their needs.
And that's what she's always wanted to do, right?
Yeah, like she went to Georgia State for social work. Like,
so here's my question. So, are you currently doing a 9-to-5, or are you still hustling out here? So inspirational.
Yeah, man, I'm just.
So you just do art full time,
pretty much.
And you've done some really cool stuff. Like you did the that day party that I wanted to go to.
Oh, at
in Atlanta.
Atlanta Streets Alive.
I wanted to go.
It was pretty fun.
Where was I at that weekend?
You wasn't there.
I think that might have been the weekend I went to Alabama.
Oh, okay.
For my uncle's wedding.
What part of Alabama?
Mobile.
Oh, Mobile.
Yeah.
Mobile, Alabama. I love Alabama.
Y'all, they always throw events the day I can't come.
Literally, what we do, we hit up his assistant and ask for like his schedule. Like, so when is he free? She gives us those days and we be like,
oh, we're gonna throw something on that day that he's not free. But Yeah, I saw the Walters thing you did.
Oh yeah, thank you. That was pretty fun. That was a fun project. I was with like switch yards and StockX.
And I saw the Nike thing where you drew like, what was that, Hirachi?
You got a little high top Hirachi.
And then I saw the 404 thing. I actually looked at the price, and that's not in my budget right now, but that is a very cool hoodie.
I like that you said, you know, that I looked at the price.
I just went on the website and was like,
no.
it's really nice. I want to support George, but
that's dope.
The way my pockets are set up.
You said, oh man, it comes with free shipping? Oh, that's dope.
I didn't see that it came with free shipping.
Oh, it's now in your budget again? Was the shipping the thing that put you over the...
The shipping puts everything over the... You know that. The shipping always puts everything over the line. It could be $100 and $5 shipping. It's like, nah, ooh.
I literally only had 100. My boundary was $100.
When you start looking at change like this and start shaking your hand, like that's gonna change something.
Start pulling out the silver coins.
5, 10, 15, 20. Ooh. I don't. Then you start like saying like I don't really need a hoodie. Like Georgia doesn't get that cold. You know.
Oh man, I want this, but how versatile is it gonna be?
I don't have any blue shoes.
Well, if anything, I appreciate that you looked at the price, because at the end of the day, like, I want you to at least engage with it in some type of way. Like, even if you can't engage your torso with it, like, I'm happy you can engage your eyes with it.
But you know I rock with Foster, though.
Yeah, so I already know you.
Foster come out with a hoodie. I might have to.
Oh, soon come. Oh, just know. We got the Foster hoodies on the way. On Z-Way.
Here's my question. You don't have to flex for the vlog. Just be honest. Am I in Foster?
You are in Foster.
Y'all heard it here from the creator. We had a text message conversation one time.
I love that you can say that now and it makes sense.
We had a text message conversation one time where he asked if I wanted to be in it, and I said yes before I received the text message.
G-Dot is definitely in Foster. Right now, Foster is in flux. So, you are still in there.
If y'all
just gotta figure out how.
If y'all need a model, if y'all need a camera person, we've done commercials before. I can act in commercials.
You were actually amazing in that commercial.
That's when I had locks. That was Dreadhead Garrett. The 2 times Foster used me, I had locks.
So that's why we don't use you no more.
That's what everybody's gonna recognize me as. Where's that kid with the locks? And then when I'm in a commercial now, yo, bring that kid back with the locks. The one that was singing the thong song. The one dancing and getting rejected.
Dancing just like, I forget how you were dancing. You were doing something like that. Millie Rock on every block.
But yeah.
It's also a nice hammer bag.
Thanks. My sister bought this for me for my birthday.
Shout out to your sister.
She got it from a thrift store, so it doesn't have thrift stores always have that one crucial thing
that's missing.
It's like, man, you can't find this anywhere. Or the straps for it. And I've been looking for straps. But I can't find like this kind of.
You know, one time I made the mistake of buying a Nintendo Wii at a thrift store, and I didn't check the packaging until I got back home.
It was probably missing wires.
No, it was missing the Wii. The wires were there. I was so confused.
You didn't feel how heavy the box was?
I wasn't even thinking about that. I was like, I'm like, the Wii looks light anyway. Like, doesn't it look like a light system? Like, it looks like it's feathery light?
No, like, it doesn't. George, stop trying to make it.
I was so mad that they left the cords. Like, that was, they sold me cords. They sold me Wii cords.
How much was it?
I ended up paying like $50 for cords.
Did you take it back?
Yeah, I took it back. I only got store credit. They couldn't find the Wii.
We thought it was in there. We don't know where it's at. That's why it's called a Wii. Because we don't know where it's at.
We won't. We give your money back. My brother.
We gotta go back to where we began. Eastern Mississippi.
Oh, we began in Omaha, Nebraska, my brother. Right in the center of the map. Well, God wanted us.
ABC. You don't understand.
See, when in John 3:16, those numbers are significant, my brother.
Okay.
Because 3 is the God number.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Okay.
1 is the ghost number.
Okay.
Okay. Right. See, the reason why they put it in between God and ghost, right?
Why is 1 the number of ghosts? Where did you get that from? Where did you get that information from?
I felt like I heard that like passing by 5 points at some point. Like, leaving your job is not freedom, as they say, as they paint it. Like, you're not, bound up and then leaving to like find freedom. Like, I'm like, oh, I'm finally free. I can do all this shit that I've said I want to do. I'm like, what it really is you're taking a chance to take responsibility. Like, because at that point you leave your job, you realize like all the different responsibilities that you didn't even know were being taken care of by that job. I.e., like having a consistent paycheck, not having to think about where your money is coming from. It's like a huge thing. Not having to think about like, okay, where do I work? And then who do I work with? Like, those are things that you now have to start taking responsibility for and figuring out what works for you, Because you're not just gonna be at home all the time, just like in the pit working on videos, editing or doing whatever. Mm-hmm. You're gonna at some point want to be around others and then want to work with others, and then you're gonna have to figure out what does that look like if it doesn't look like a 9 to 5.
Like the timeline.
The timeline?
So like you left in February.
Left in February.
And it's been 8 months.
Yeah, it's been 8 months. And when I left in February, I made sure to I had $2,500 saved up. I felt like that would cover me around like 4 months. No matter how much you save and how much you think is gonna cover you, subtract a month from that. Or divide it in half, really. I thought it was gonna take like last me over 4 months. It really lasted me like 2.5 months.
What did you pay for, like bills?
I had to pretty much pay for bills, rent. I had to, like, I was also trying to use that money to do projects too, which, in hindsight, I feel like wasn't the best thing to do, but it was a time where I had to experiment. I had to learn what works and what doesn't work. And then like life stuff obviously just started popping up where it's like, man, I do have to pay for this. Like, oh man, we got a way bigger bill than what I had budgeted for with this money. But like after like I would say like those first 3 or 4 months, because around the 4th month we ended up having to leave my old house. I don't know if I told you how we left.
I saw. Oh no, I didn't see. I didn't hear how you left.
I would say like my biggest advice that I would give to you, like as you're about to make this transition, is don't focus so much on the physical work that you have to do. A lot of what you're about to like put yourself into is learning how to cope and deal with the emotional work that you have to do. Like,
so emotional is more than physical.
Yeah, I'm like, if you can learn how to deal with that self-doubt, with all the crazy, like, just the crazy like past trauma and feelings that you haven't dealt with, that's gonna be the sticking point. That's gonna be the reason why you get to where you need to get to. It's because you've taken time to like learn how to do the right emotional work to get yourself ready to do the physical. Like that's probably been my biggest saving grace, and that's something they don't tell you about in entrepreneurship books. Like you never hear an entrepreneur be like, yeah, work hard, but meditate. Like,
tomatoes what?
Tomato is a fruit, bro.
And corn is still corn when it's on the cob.
No matter what, bro. You're a cartoon character on your first album. You got to be a cartoon character on your last. Pimp C.
No matter how you peel a banana, it's still gonna be yellow.
Look, bro. Like, you miss 100% of the shots that you don't make. Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott.
If you're gonna run for something, run for your life.